Mexico is such an important problem on our doorstep. I hope that the new government will have a concerted commitment to a jobs program to employ Mexicans. I mean, honestly, I wish they would go back and dust off the WPA. There is so much work to be done in Mexico. There is so much infrastructure. And it's a classic case of a very small, relatively small number of people reaping the benefits of the natural resources and the, economic, prosperity that doesn't trickle down. And it is so unfortunate because, Mexico right now is poised to have a tremendous forward movement with its economy and with its political and social structure. I don't know what the new president will do. Obviously, the person running against him, López Obrador, had a very different approach and was very outspoken and even quite confrontational about what should be done. It would be great politics, and it would have lasting impact if this new so-called more conservative government would actually deal with the conditions on the ground in Mexico. I heard just recently in talking about the problems we have on our border that hundreds of thousands of guest workers from Central America are brought into Mexico every year because they will work for less than the poor Mexicans will work for. And in effect, the Mexican government's policies are pushing migration north across our border. And there can be no long-term resolution unless economic growth increases in Mexico and unless there is some commitment to its equitable distribution. Very briefly on immigration, I hope that we get back to comprehensive immigration reform. We've had a unfortunate political season where the issue has been used as a political football. There isn't any sensible approach except to do what we need to do simultaneously. Secure our borders with technology, personnel, physical barriers if necessary in some places, and we need to have tougher employer sanctions, and we need to try to incentivize Mexico to do more, and we need to create the environment in which we get people out of the shadows and then give them some earned right to legalization that will enable them to continue to work. If they've committed transgressions of whatever kind, they should be obviously deported. But that won't stop it unless Mexico and their neighbors to the south actually let these hard-working people have a future in their own countries. I mean, these are people who are willing to work, but for, them, there is no future in where they came from. And that is a problem that the governments of their country and we should be trying to